Picture this, high school gym in Akron, Ohio, packed to the rafters, all eyes fixed on a 15-year-old phenom who's already being dubbed the next Michael Jordan. The year is 2000 and the basketball world is about to change forever. Before he could legally drive a car, this kid was gracing the cover of Sports Illustrated, branded with a title that would make most crumble under its weight, the chosen one. But LeBron James isn't most people, never has been, never will be. The pressure that would have crushed any other teenager became the very foundation of his greatness. In an era where hype often exceeds reality, LeBron James did the unthinkable. He exceeded every expectation, shattered every ceiling, and rewrote every rule about what's possible in basketball. This isn't just another sports story, folks. This is the tale of how a kid from Akron became the king of basketball. Now here's something that might surprise you. The greatest basketball story ever told didn't start with just one player. While the spotlight always found LeBron, he wasn't walking this path alone. In an age where top prospects jump from school to school chasing national attention, young LeBron made a decision that would define his character forever. Along with 4 childhood friends from his AAU team, he formed what became known as the Fab Five at St. Vincent St. Mary's High School. Think about this, the most hyped prospect in basketball history, with prestigious prep schools practically begging him to join them, chose to stick with his day one friends. These weren't just teammates, they were brothers. Drew Joyce III, Willie McGee, Cian Cotton, and Romeo Travis. Together, they didn't just dominate, they revolutionized high school basketball. Games were moved to college arenas to handle the crowds. ESPN started broadcasting their matches nationwide, but through it all, LeBron remained loyal to his original crew, a trait that would define his entire career. The year is 2003, and the Cleveland Cavaliers are on life support. The franchise is drowning in mediocrity, attendance is plummeting, and their only hope rests on the shoulders of an 18-year-old kid from Akron. The pressure unprecedented, the expectations almost cruel. This wasn't just about basketball anymore. This was about saving an entire franchise, reviving a city's hopes, and living up to years of hype. Most rookies get time to develop, to find their footing in the league. Not LeBron. The moment he stepped onto that NBA hardwood, everyone expected greatness. And what does he do in his very first game? Drops a casual 25 points, 9 assists, and 6 rebounds, numbers that would be a career night for most players. But for LeBron, that was just the beginning. In that moment, everyone in the arena knew this wasn't just another talented rookie, this was something else entirely. This was the arrival of a once-in-a-generation force that would change basketball forever. When you talk about LeBron James, you're talking about an athlete that scientists study in amazement. We're witnessing something that shouldn't be possible. 6'9", 250-pound freight train who moves like a ballet dancer. Sports science experts have compared his physical gifts to a perfect storm of genetic advantages. His vertical leap, Olympic level. His speed, he could have been an NFL tight end. His strength, he's out-muscling centers while playing point guard. But here's what's truly mind-boggling. He's maintained this otherworldly physicality for over 2 decades. While other athletes decline, LeBron seems to defy the very laws of human biology. His training regimen has become legendary, reportedly spending over $1.5 million annually just to maintain his body. We're not just watching an athlete, we're watching the evolution of what's possible in human performance. And the scariest part, even in year 21, he's still bullying players half his age. July 8th, 2010, date that would change NBA history forever. In a single televised moment, LeBron James transformed from hometown hero to public enemy number 1. The decision wasn't just controversial, it was seismic, sending shockwaves through the entire sports world. Cleveland fans burned jerseys in the streets. The owner wrote a scathing letter in Comic Sans font. LeBron became the most hated athlete in sports overnight. But here's where the story takes an incredible turn. 4 years, 2 championships, and countless villain moments later, LeBron did something unprecedented. He came home. The prodigal son returned to Cleveland, not just with a promise, but with a mission. What followed was the greatest redemption story in sports history, culminating in 2016 with Cleveland's first championship in 52 years. Down 3-1 to the greatest regular season team ever, LeBron didn't just win, he orchestrated the greatest comeback in NBA Finals history. The kid who left as a villain returned as a legend. Ladies and gentlemen, we've all seen the dunks, the blocks, and the athletic feats, but let me tell you about LeBron's true superpower, his basketball mind. This man's mental processing is so advanced that he can recall specific plays from games played years ago down to the exact movements of all 10 players on the floor. Former teammates speak about him calling out opposing teams' plays before they happen. Coaches talk about him making adjustments that they haven't even thought of yet. We're watching a basketball savant who processes possesses the game at a level we've never seen before. His passing isn't just about vision, it's about anticipating 3 moves ahead like a grandmaster in chess. He's not just reading the defense, he's manipulating it, orchestrating the entire floor like a conductor with a symphony. During post-game interviews, he can recite entire game sequences verbatim, play by play. This isn't just basketball IQ, this is basketball genius at a level that might never be seen again. When basketball historians look back at the 2010s, they'll point to one rivalry that defined the era: LeBron James versus the Golden State Warriors. For 4 straight years, from 2015 to 2018, we witnessed basketball at its absolute peak, but nothing could prepare us for 2016. The Warriors, fresh off a 73-win season, the greatest regular season in NBA history, had the Cavaliers down 3-1 in the finals. What happened next was simply unprecedented. LeBron James unleashed 3 straight games of basketball perfection that still defy belief, leading both teams in points, rebounds, assists, steals, and blocks. Something never done before in any playoff series, let alone the finals. Game 7 came down to the final minutes, where LeBron delivered the block defensive play that will be shown until the end of time. This wasn't just basketball anymore. This was legacy-defining greatness. This was David slaying Goliath if David was actually a 6'9" superhuman with a photographic memory. In the history of professional sports, we've never seen anything quite like this. Most athletes fade away, their legacies confined to highlight reels and record books. But LeBron James, he's rewriting the rules of athletic mortality. 21 seasons into his career, he's not just hanging on, he's still dominating. He's transformed from the high-flying phenom of Cleveland 1.0 to the ruthless efficiency of the Miami Heat years to the complete master of his craft in Cleveland 2.0 to this current Lakers iteration where he's somehow still performing at an all-star level. But here's what's truly unprecedented. He's about to share an NBA court with his own son, Bronny. Think about that for a second. The same player who dominated the league when flip phones were still cool is now preparing to play alongside his own child. We're not just watching a career anymore, we're watching a living bridge between basketball generations. When they told him to shut up and dribble, LeBron James built a school instead. The I Promise School in Akron isn't just another celebrity charity project, it's a revolution in education. Every student gets guaranteed college tuition, families receive support services, and hope is given to kids who might otherwise fall through the cracks. But that's just the beginning. While dominating on the court, LeBron has built a business empire that's made him the first active NBA billionaire. His production company is making Hollywood movies, his media platform is giving athletes a voice, his investment portfolio would make Wall Street veterans jealous. But here's what's most impressive, he's using his platform to fight for social justice, to speak for those who can't speak for themselves. While other athletes worry about damaging their brand, LeBron James is worried about changing the world. The statistics surrounding LeBron James read like fiction, folks. Let's put this in perspective. He scored more points than anyone in NBA history, surpassing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's record that stood for almost 40 years. He's in the top 5 all-time in assists. As a forward, he's made the All-Star team 19 times, more than some NBA franchises have playoff appearances. He's played more minutes than almost anyone in history, and here's the kicker. He's never had a major injury. In a league where careers often end by 35, LeBron is dominating at 38. These aren't just numbers, they're a testament to something we've never seen before in professional sports. The consistency is mind-boggling. He's averaged at least 25 points per game for 20 straight seasons. That's not just breaking records, that's obliterating them. Watch closely, basketball fans, because what you're seeing goes far beyond individual brilliance. LeBron James doesn't just make plays, he makes players better. Look at the evidence. When he joins a team, role players suddenly get career-high numbers. All-stars find another gear they didn't know they had. His teammates consistently get bigger contracts after playing with him. From Dwyane Wade learning to play off-ball, to Kyrie Irving becoming a closer, to Anthony Davis elevating his game, LeBron's presence changes everything. In practice, he's essentially another coach, teaching positioning, reading defenses, understanding angles. During games, he's a floor general, putting teammates in perfect positions before they even know where they should be. This isn't just leadership, this is basketball evangelism at its finest. When the final buzzer sounds on LeBron James's career, whenever that may be, we'll be looking at more than just a basketball legacy. We'll be looking at someone who completely revolutionized what it means to be a professional athlete. He showed that players could have power over their careers without being labeled selfish. He proved that athletes could be businessmen, activists, and role models simultaneously. He demonstrated that greatness isn't just about what you do on the court, it's about how you lift up others around you. From that high school gym in Akron to the bright lights of the NBA Finals, LeBron James didn't just live up to the hype of being the chosen one. He surpassed it in ways we never imagined possible. This isn't just a basketball story, folks. This is a blueprint for generations to come. The king isn't just alive. He's still ruling, still inspiring, and still showing us that the greatest legacy isn't in the records you break, but in the lives you change.